In a follow-up tonight, a Bridgeport mom is now joining a $25 million class action lawsuit against Legoland Theme Park and Sesame Place, saying Legoland characters snubbed black kids, including her daughter and nephew. Frank Recchia has the update.
I'm a person who teaches my daughter about everything.
22-year-old Brianna Ramsey of Bridgeport says her 2-year-old daughter Raelynn is the center of her universe, as you can clearly see in family photos showing the two of them together. An adoring young mom, a happy little girl with her whole life ahead of her.
It's just so sad.
So what took place during a family outing at Legoland Theme Park in Goshen, New York on June 14th, Ramsey says, was unforgivable. That's 2-year-old Raelynn in the foreground in the orange dress dancing by herself. The little boy in blue spinning around in front of Raelynn is James, Brianna's 4-year-old nephew.
The employee bent down to a white child in the video and tried to interact with the kids, skipped over my daughter and my nephew, went around to another white child behind them and engaged with them.
We have young black kids going to these amusement parks and are being snubbed by characters that work at the park. And we feel that it's causing an irreparable harm on these young kids.
Attorney Darnell Crosland, who represents Ramsey, says his client has now joined a $25 million class action lawsuit brought by civil rights attorney Ben Crump, aimed not just at Legoland Theme Park, but also at Sesame Place in Philadelphia, where a similar recent incident made national headlines and led to many other complaints by angry parents, some of whom have now joined the lawsuit.
It's very sad to see. I was in disbelief. I had to stop recording and I had to call somebody. And I was like, is this normal? Is this what you typically see at parks? Like, I was so shocked.
The children are now seeking therapy to sort of explain to them what racism is and what discrimination is. And the parents are just not equipped alone to do that.
Crosland says incidents like these are nothing new, pointing out that MLK famously recounted the pain he felt watching his daughter cry while explaining that black kids at that time were not permitted in theme parks. Crosland saying both Legoland and Sesame Place have apologized and pledged to retrain their workers. He adds, for those who think complaining about how black kids are treated at theme parks is, quote, going too far, that's what was said during segregation, he says, when some thought complaints about fountains and restrooms for blacks only was not a significant concern.
Isn't this reminiscent of that, when black children go to a park to engage and are ignored?
Having people that are involved with us, it makes me feel like I'm not the only one seeing things and that it's being brought to light.
In Bridgeport, Frank Recchia, News 12, Connecticut.
Crosland says Legoland is still investigating the June 14th incident. We reached out to Legoland for comment about the class action suit, but have not heard back. We have a full comment from Sesame Place at news12.com.